Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the No Mercy Predict the Outcome special. And what special we have for you coming up? And you see these faces who will be a part of No Mercy tonight. And No Mercy. You see right here, Obi Femi will defend the NXT Championship against number one contender Ricky Saints. And Ricky Saints realize his dream and become the NXT champion. We'll see that coming up, as well as Lola Vice takes on Jaycee James for the NXT Women's Championship. We get the NXT Pro Wrestling Show Predict the Outcome special right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We get the NXT ring, NXT ring for the NXT Pro Wrestling Show Predict the Outcome special. Let's not waste no time whatsoever with this. As you see right here, the NXT Women's Championship will be online as Jaycee James defends her championship against Lola Vice. Can Lola Vice rump shake her thing, get the opportunity of a lifetime, become the new NXT Women's Champion? Lola Vice had to go through a no more contenders match, a triple threat match, to earn her spot, and Lola Vice could be on her way. Lola Vice could be shaking her rump and contention to become the NXT Women's Champion. But Jaycee James saying that she has been a fighting champion, and now Jaycee James now wants to be the one to continue on her reign. But Lola Vice could be the one that could be determined to show the world that she is ready, she is primed, she has been training, and she said this week on NXT, we can show you what Lola Vice has said, that she is ready. She's ready to make history. Lola Vice, I want to go to it right quick before we leave out. We'll get to Ricky Saints and then a little bit later right now. But Lola Vice saying that she is primed, she is ready to go become the next NXT Women's Champion. It ain't gonna be easy for Lola. Lola saying that she wants to be a fighting champion, and I can see Lola Vice doing so. So look for Lola Vice. I'm gonna go to Lola Vice right quick. Look for Lola Vice shaking her rump right there and become the new NXT Women's Champion, standing over Jaycee James, and Jaycee James looking like that. But Lola Vice becoming the new NXT Women's Champion. She's gonna be shaking her rump, and I can see that Lola Vice becoming the new NXT Women's Champion. So look for Lola Vice to win the NXT Women's Championship over Jaycee James. Another match that we know we're gonna be talking about. We know that Blake Monroe will take on JC Jordan Grace in a weaponized steel cage match. These two have been beating the hell out of each other, and it finally comes to the end with this weaponized steel cage match. Both can use weapons. They've been trying to use weapons at each other for quite some time. Now the match will happen, and we'll see it between our eyes. This match started after the Great American Bash when Jordan Grace was supposed to win the NXT Women's Championship, but she couldn't win it because of Jordan Blake Monroe's jealousy. Now Blake Monroe showing her skin, showing her true self when she been in AEW. Now she got an opportunity now to show the world that she can win that weaponized steel cage match. Well, it's gonna be a hard challenge for Jordan Grace to get by and stuff like that. But we'll have to wait and see about that on that. Look for Jordan Grace to win the weaponized steel cage match to finally put an end to this feud with Blake Monroe. I don't know who Blake Monroe is going to be feud with. Probably feud with Lola Vice. Who knows? But look for Jordan Grace to get her grace, and get her win, and get her payback, her receipt on on Blake Monroe. So look forward to seeing that as well. Another match that everyone's talking about is going to happen No Mercy. Josh Bridge taking on Javon Evans. This match has been going on for quite some time. After Josh Bridge look like he doesn't have nobody don't respect him. This is Josh's opportunity right here to show that he is that. Javon Evans was trying to give him some advice, but Josh Bridge wasn't hearing that, wasn't bothered by that. So Josh Bridge decided to attack Javon Evans, leaving Javon out, laid him out right there, which it was kind of like no wrong right there. The men had a match early on, but Josh Bridge were hitting Javon Evans, and now Javon doing the same thing to Josh, like putting Josh through a table and stuff like that. But looks like Josh has been getting some advice from the U.S. champion Sami Zayn. So we kind of figured who's going to emerge victorious. Josh look like um, Javon Evans needs this win, needs this victory bad. Look for Javon to get the win over Josh Bridge, and Javon will put an end to Josh's bullying tactics that he's been trying to do for some time. So we'll see that coming up as well. Meanwhile, in another match that everyone's been buzzing about, can Tavion Heights become the new North American champion? Tavion gets his opportunity against champion Ethan Page. Tavion has had an opportunity against Ethan Page. Ethan Page has got the best of Tavion, but Tavion has also been getting advice as of late from Damian Priest, and Tavion has been taking Damion's advice. Um, this led to them having feuds, and they'll culminate in the North American Championship match, where Tavion will take on Ethan Page. Ethan Page looking to defend the championship. Ethan Page been a fighting North American champion, even customizing the belt as a Canadian title. But Ethan will have to defend against Tavion. And we kind of know who's going to win that one. Tavion is primed and set and ready to win that match right there. It looks for Tavion Height to win the North American Championship and finally give it back to his prestige with the brown scrap rather than the Canadian scrap. Which Canadian scrap's cool, but hey, it is what with that. We'll see that for Tavion going that way. Also, too, Women's Speed Championship is online. And Solo Roca defend the the WWE Speed Women's Championship against Laney Reed. Laney Reed taking on Solo Roca. Laney Reed won her match earlier this week on NXT, and Laney Reed could be on her way. Could Laney Reed win the North American Championship, no, the Speed Championship? Uh, I don't think so. I think it's just going to be an easy cakewalk for Solo Roca. So look for Solo Roca to win her Speed Championship. Now, the Speed Championship match will be 5 minutes according to a typical Speed Championship match. Speed Championship regular speed match would be 3 minutes, but the championship match is 5 minutes. So they had to do under 5 minutes. So look for Solo Roca to retain her women's speed title. All right, we move on to this right here, the main event. The Obi Femi taking on um, Ricky Saints. Obi Femi taking on Ricky Saints. Obi Femi doing his mess after Ricky Saints won a no one contenders match earlier. Ricky Saints get the opportunity of a lifetime to wrestle Obi Femi for the NXT Championship. Well, the match that's going to be coming up. And they had the confrontation earlier, a couple of weeks ago. They had the contract signed as well, which led to them being on a special Grayson Wallace effect to air their grievances out and do what they need to do when Trick Williams and everybody was getting involved. Well, Trick Williams got involved. Trick Williams wanted to do a champion versus champion title for title match against Obafemi. Obafemi accepted, and the match did happen, but the match ended in no count out after both men lost. Both men ended a draw. Ricky Saints came around from that NXT and TNA brawl to confront Obafemi, and both men wanted to show that they're the best, especially Ricky Saints. He did a vignette saying that he, coming from New Orleans, had a background that he's not ashamed of, but he come from that background. Ricky Saints wants to show the world that he wants to be next in line to become the NXT champion. And can Ricky Saints do something that he never done before, become a world champion, a heavyweight champion? He tried to do that in AEW, but he was unsuccessful at it. So this is Ricky Saints' opportunity in a lifetime to go for a championship that he can easily win. I don't think it's Ricky Saints' time. I think it's still Obi Femi's time. And Obi will show the world that he is the ruler, he is the dominant force of NXT as his champion. So look for Obi Femi to retain the NXT championship. And Obi Femi will move on to being the strongest Brazilian NXT champion today. Ricky Saints will be an NXT champion one day. It just won't be happening right now. So look for Obi Femi to retain over Ricky Saints and stuff. All right, that's going to do it here for the Pro Wrestling Show. Presents the Predict the Outcome special for NXT No Mercy. We'll have the NXT No Mercy review probably tomorrow. So look forward to seeing that as well. So, for me being Kendra Dix, saying so long, thanks for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. Presents the NXT No Mercy Predict the Outcome special. We'll see you then.